Hey there, welcome back. My name is Katie and this is Louisiana Cooking and Living. If you're new to my channel, we welcome you and are so glad you're here to follow along. And today we're going to be making a lemon blueberry muffin. I have already done this video 2 other times and I've done both times, I've done them differently. And again, we're going to do it a little bit different. And I'm very excited to share with you how we're going to be making this today. My first video I'll leave them both linked up in the cards if you want to catch those along the way. If you want to get the different varieties. The first time I made it, it was a very classic lemon blueberry muffin with regular conventional flour. And we made that muffin together. It's been about a year ago. Very tasty, very yummy, has a crumb topping on it. And then my daughter was diagnosed with Hashimoto's this spring and was told to go gluten-free. And in the process, when she did start going gluten-free, she realized it was the gluten that was causing her to have headaches or migraines. And so I made her some gluten-free lemon blueberry muffins, and I made those with you guys, and they were delicious. Well, I have gone down another little rabbit hole journey, and this one is going to be hopefully for life, that I'm making these changes in our diet. And I have recently purchased this grain mill back here. I have something in front of it. Let me move that bowl so you can kind of see it. Okay, so here's a grain mill sitting on my countertop. Looks pretty nice. It doesn't look like this industrial piece of equipment. And we are milling our own grains now. My friends about a year ago started introducing me to a lady named Sue Becker, who does a podcast about milling your own grains and the health benefits and the nutrition that you get out of your own grains, as opposed to buying flour from the store or bread products from the store. And I won't go into all the details like I did on my first video I did on sandwich bread. You can check that video out if you want to hear all the different things. But two of the scriptures that stood out to me, because she does use scripture in her teaching. She is a food scientist. That's her degree. She studied nutrition. And she uses scripture to talk about this and the necessity of bread in our life, but not the bread on the grocery store shelves, which rightfully so, we have been told is not good for us. But real bread, as she just says it, because it is real bread that we're making, is good for you and nutritious. So the two things she talks about is Jesus says he is the bread of life. And why would he equate himself to bread if it is not life-sustaining? Because he is the life. And the other scripture she uses from the book of Deuteronomy. And the book, or this chapter, is talking about when you borrow something from somebody, you give them something in collateral to guarantee that you'd pay them back. You'd give them this pledge, is what they would call it. And the scriptures 24:6 says, "No man shall take the lower or the upper millstone to pledge, for he taketh a man's life to pledge." So if you took that millstone from that person and they were not able to make their bread, you were taking their life from them. The bread is life sustaining. She goes into, and I do have her cookbook here, but she does a whole podcast. I will leave that link in the description box. I'm not using a recipe out of this book. I am using my old recipe. So if you want to just make it with the conventional flour, you can buy the unbleached organic flour at the store and use that if you'd like. I'm using my own recipe. I'm not using the one in her cookbook because she uses some different things in there that I don't have on hand. So I'm not going to use those items. But she does talk about the nutrition benefits, the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that are in freshly milled grain, said that backwards, and all the things are stripped away on our conventional items we buy at the grocery store. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get busy making our muffins, and we're going to move over to our grain mill, and we're going to use soft white wheat berries. There is hard white wheat berries or hard red, that you would use for like a yeasted bread. But we're using a soft white wheat that for a quick bread, like a muffin, a cookie, a biscuit, a banana nut muffin, bread, something like that. But there's so many other grains that you can use. There's spelt, there's kamut, is millet. There's just so many different grains you can use to mill on your own and make your own bread products. So we are going to move over to the grain mill, and we are going to use our soft white wheat berries to make our flour for our muffins. And this does not take any time. There are 2 stones in our little mill here. One I think is vertical, one is horizontal. They're spinning, you know what I mean. And they grind your berries into flour. So we need, let's see what this says, 1.5 cups of flour. So that's going to take me about a cup of my wheat berries. And so let's go over there and grind them up. All right, so we have our wheat berries here. I got a 25-pound sack from Azure Standard. If you saw that haul, this is what I purchased. I got these containers on Amazon, and I cut out my label off my bag and stuck it on here so I know exactly what was in my container here. And it is recommended. This is a Nutri-Mill. I will leave this link in the description box. We'll take the lid off. You should turn your mill on before putting your wheat berries into your mill. So I'm going to do that. All right, that's all it takes. That took about a minute. This on the top does adjust your, let me pull you over here so you can see. This right here will adjust your grain size. We want it pretty fine for our flour, but if you were doing corn for grits, you could adjust this to be a little bit more coarse. All right, let's move over to our bowl and make our muffins. So we do have our oven preheating to 400 degrees to make these muffins, and we are going to mix our dry ingredients in our bowl. So we need 1.5 cups of flour. All right, there's our flour. We need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then to this, what we're going to do is take our measuring cup. We have a 1 cup measuring cup here. And to this, we're going to add 1/3 cup of oil. Let me grab my oil. So we have 1 cup measure. We're adding 1/3 cup of oil. I have avocado oil here. You can use coconut oil. You can use olive oil, whatever you want to use. We're not going to pour this out. To this, we're going to add 1 egg. And now we're going to add milk to the 1 cup line. Now my original recipe calls for 3/4 cup of sugar, but we're going to be using honey instead of sugar today. So we're going to, let me get a fork and whisk that yolk. Just to kind of break that up so it incorporates better. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're going to dump this in here. And now we're going to measure out our honey. If you were using just regular sugar, it's 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to use between 1/2 and 3/4 of a cup of the honey. Maybe about 2/3 of a cup. I'll pour that in. Now, these are lemon blueberries, so I'm going to add some lemon extract to this. If you didn't want to use the lemon extract, you don't have to. You can just do regular blueberry. You could do some lemon zest. I don't have any of that today. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of lemon extract to this. We're going to give this a stir, and then we're going to add 1.5 cups of blueberries. These blueberries came from my friend that introduced me to Sue Becker and this bread, fresh milled flour. These blueberries came from her property. So I'll do 1.5 cups of these. These are big, huge, giant blueberries. And throw these in. And now we're going to make a crumb topping to go on top of our muffins. And I don't think I need the milk. I have 4 tablespoons of softened butter here. It kind of melted a little much, but we'll just run with it. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of white sugar. We are going to add 3 tablespoons of our flour. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of rolled oats. I do have these sprouted rolled oats that we're going to be using. 1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, this is our little crumb topping to go on top. Now, this does look a little loose compared to my other batter, and here I am using this fresh milled flour for incorporating it into my regular recipe. So there's just a little bit of flour left in here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just dump that. If you're using regular flour from the store, you probably don't, and I used honey. That's another liquid component here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that little bit of flour into here just to kind of bulk that up a little bit. And we're going to get our muffin tin ready to go. All right, have some unbleached parchment muffin liners here. Another item I got from Azure Standard. We're just going to line our muffins here. My recipe says it makes 10 muffins. We'll see what we get. I'm sure it depends on the size of your blueberries as to how much room those take up. All right, let me get a little measuring cup here. We'll use our measuring cup to scoop That's the way I find does the best. Probably push them all up. These are going to all rise up over the top of these. All right. Now we're going to get a little bit of our topping here and just kind of place some on top of each one. You could leave this part off if you didn't want to do this. I can see in my forecast that this is going to all bake up over the tops of these little muffin liners. I probably should have gotten a few more muffin liners out and spread this dough out a little bit more. All right, we're going to put these in the oven and they're going to bake for about 25 minutes. All right, here we go to the oven. All right, the oven's set for 25 minutes and we are going to pray that those don't bake up over the top, but I'm pretty sure they will. So I'll be back to see them when they come out. Look at how beautiful these came out. They did not bubble over, rise up over the edge of the muffin liners. So we're going to let these cool and then we're going to take a test. All right, so here is our little muffin. Get a picture of that. They did not overcook in the pan. I thought they would kind of rise up out of the muffin tin, and we're just going to go ahead and get a taste of this. I will say my son has already tried these, and my butter was a little melted, or was melted whenever I was making that crumb topping, and it's supposed to be just be softened. And he said the bottom was kind of crispy, and I'm thinking it's the butter had melted down in there, but this one doesn't feel crispy at all. So let's give this a try. That big old blueberry right there, y'all. Let me get a little napkin. That is so good. If you love a muffin, this is a recipe to try. You could do it with conventional flour, but changing out that flour to that fresh milled wheat is so substantial, so nutritious. It makes you feel full and satisfied for so much longer. And you don't have to feel guilty about eating this either. So I hope you give this recipe a try. If you have a friend or someone that you think might be interested in milling their own grains, share this video with others. And maybe you'll be interested in it one day. And we hope you follow along. I will leave a playlist over here that you can check out some other videos. And I will put my logo on this side, and you can subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And we hope that you follow along. Thanks for watching.